Don't skip the review part of your small group reading session. This 5-minute routine makes a big impact. Tell me in the comments if you've ever started your small group reading session and then you realize that there are some skills you thought your students had mastered, but you find that they're struggling to get through the text and you find yourself stopping to reteach some skills. I think we've all been there. Even if it's a lesson we've taught multiple times, kids just forget. That's why reviewing skills is a must-do at the start of your reading session. And for a few reasons. It helps give you information on what they remember and what they need reteaching or more practice with. It reminds them of the skills that you've taught them in previous lessons. And it helps to build their confidence and warm up their reading muscles. Yay! Now, reviewing does not have to take a whole bunch of time. I'm going to share my 3-step review routine that I do at the start of every reading session. Step 1 is phonemic awareness, and it takes about 1 to 2 minutes. I have students blend and segment words that I have pre-written on my lesson plan. That way I don't have to come up with words on the spot and waste some precious time, which we all know is very valuable. And planning them ahead also allows me to pick words that are focusing on the skill that we are currently practicing. Now, I have them blend words to begin with, so I might say, if we're working on 5 sound words, I might say st, and they would say the word stomp. And after about 5 words, we switch it. I give them the word and they take the word apart and say each sound. And of course, you can jot down quick notes as you're doing this so that you can plan your next steps. Step 2 is our sound drill. So we whip out our sound cards and I will flip through and have students say the sound for the grapheme that I show. Now, I used to have 1 deck of cards for all of my groups, but that quickly became a mess and a disaster because I couldn't find the cards that I needed for this group and I couldn't keep track of which group needed which cards. So it's a little bit more prep, but it's so worth it to have 1 deck of cards for each group. And now as we learn new sounds, I'll just add them to our deck. And when all the students in a group have mastered a sound, then I'll take that card out. And here's an easy way to tell whether all of the students in your group has mastered a sound. I know sometimes we have students calling out quicker than others, and the students who don't know might pause a little bit and we're not sure if they know it or not. So students know that I have my hand up and they think about the sound first, and then when I put my hand down, that's when they can say the sound. So you can easily look and see which student isn't saying it right away, and you can jot down a quick note and keep that card in the pile a little bit longer. Do you do this as well? What's your trick for knowing whether your students have mastered the sounds or whether they need a little bit more time with those particular sounds? Step 3 is the decoding drill. I have my students blend and read about 10 words to spiral review the skills that we've learned before, and for fluency. The more fluent they are with reading words, the more fluent they'll be with reading text. Now you can use any tool that you have for this. You can use cards that you have with words. You can use sound cards and just flip a different sound to make a new word. I like to use my word cards here, my decodable cards, because I have them already organized by skill so I can quickly find the skill that I need and I don't have to come up with words on the spot. And I love that these also have a sentence on the back for more fluency practice. Now those 3 steps are my must-dos for my review at the start of each session. Now I also add writing every other session, and I have students write some sounds and some words as well. If we're learning a new skill, I often use my phonics and fluency pages, which already includes that writing component, so I don't have to do it in the review section. And my next session will have review and current skills. So to sum it up, here's my review routine. Step 1, phonemic awareness. Step 2, sound drills. Step 3, decoding drills. And then every other session, I'll also do a writing drill. Following the same routine every time helps your small groups run smoother. It helps keep you on track so you know what to do next. It provides structure for your students, and it helps you know which students need more support and which students are ready to move on. Now before you go, make sure to leave in the comments if you have a review routine that you consistently do at the start of your sessions, or if you want to try mine, I'll leave my free template linked in the description box below. If you want to see everything that I include in my small group reading lessons, be sure to check this video out right here. Now, if these tips were helpful to you, be sure to like and subscribe for future small group reading tips, and thank you so much for watching.